All right, folks, we're about to start this party again. Today we're on time, on the right day, right space. Everything is in place, folks. I got your boy Dusty Vision in the house. Your boy Lonzo, the Godfather, West Coast Hip Hop. We're about to set it off before. We got to do it like this. From the West Coast to the East Coast and everything between, folks. From Eve After Dark to concerts in the park. You're live with your boy Lonzo, the Godfather, West Coast Hip Hop. We do it like this every Tuesday, most of the time. But today, we back right on time, in the same place, same time. Here we go. What up, Dusty?
Lonzo, my dude, how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, dude. There's a lot of good things going on. I can't help but be a happy camper.
Yeah, man, I saw you won an award for Outstanding Compton documentary. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that was something I was surprised with last Sunday, man. After the film festival, we won for Outstanding Documentary representing Compton, and it was a great achievement. We now move to the Silicon Beach Film Festival, July 11th at the Old Grauman's Chinese Theater, TCL, on Hollywood Boulevard. It's a 4:00 showing on a Wednesday afternoon. This is a big festival, man. It's probably one of the biggest festivals I've ever been in. Last year was pretty big. This right here is bigger than Pan-African, far as I can see. So we're on a Wednesday night and 4:00 in the afternoon, but we're still gonna bring the heat no matter what.
Yeah, I love hearing that. So what goes into getting your documentary or film into a one of these? Do they contact you? Do you contact them?
No, most of the time it's all submissions from the producers or directors of the project. It's a bunch of film festivals, man. A bunch of dudes. I didn't know how many film festivals it was until I started getting into this documentary game. And depending on which one it is, some of them have a submission fee, some of them don't. It takes forever for them to get back to you because there's so many people have films that trying to get into the film festivals. And it just, you got a lot of patience. And, we're in three this year. We do the show in October. Like I said, we're doing the Silicon Beach in September. And I talked to the professor who was the director for the show earlier today. We may be in a couple more as well. They're fun, but they can get expensive because most of them are not drivable. And if you get into something that like South by Southwest, oh my God, that's a monster. I went to Swamp Dog's video. He was in the Swamp South by Southwest, man. Plane tickets, airfare, the whole 9 yards. And they take over almost the whole city, man, because they're all over the place between the parties, from the different production houses and all the movies. It can get very expensive real quick. So we, like I said, we did 2 last year. We did the Pan-African and the Sacramento Film Festival. Also, we did a screening in Compton. And so this year, right now, I know we're in 3 film festivals. All of them are local so far. I'm hoping to get into the Oak Park Film Festival. That's the one we did last year with Eve. And that we did real well in that one as well.
Nice. Now, I've known in the past that some films that were in these film festivals actually make it to the major theaters. Would that ever be a possibility?
Documentaries don't really make it to theaters most of the time. Usually you'll see them on one of the streaming platforms, Hulu or Netflix or something like that. Of course, I'm on Tubi, YouTube, and Amazon as of right now. But yeah, most of the time, unless it's a super duper high-end big money like thing I did with Dre, Defiant Ones, that was a documentary. That was a 3-part documentary, if I'm mistaken. And that was shot and placed on and streamed on HBO. So yeah.
Keep it up, man. Very proud of you, man. Very proud of you. Keep doing your thing. Let's talk about something. Before we do that, I'm gonna ask everybody to hit that like button before you guys get nice and comfy. Make sure you smash that like button and let the algorithm know that we exist. We have a really good show for you tonight. The first thing I want to discuss with you, Lonzo, is something that made me happy. Almost made me just, man, like, because these are things that make me happy. I'll just say that. I'm not gonna say I cried, but it did make me like think about it a little bit. And damn, man. But a few days ago, YG and The Game, they led a peace march through Compton with 2 of the biggest rival blood sets, who have been feuding for years, the Treetop PlRUs and the Fruittown PlRUs. They have a long-standing history of not liking each other. And just a couple days ago, they were walking down the street. The game was there, YG, there were other celebrities, other documentary people there, podcasters and things like that, but it was mostly the people. When you hear something like this, Lonzo, being from Compton, two gangs that have been feuding, probably bodies on bodies on bodies on both sides, but they are walking together down the street in honor of peace. What do you think?
I'm very happy. In fact, I just text one of my partners who is one of the coordinators for that event to see what we can put in the paper, the Hub City Legend this week. I'm on the sidelines. I never gangbang, so this is one of the few things I don't have any real input on, but I'm a supporter 110%, Doc. I went to the meeting they had last week. They asked us not to discuss it too much, but it was well attended by a lot of key people. That's all I can say right now. And he promised me the exclusive, so I'm gonna give him his anonymity for right now in exchange for the exclusive for the newspaper and the podcast. So, but yeah, there is a effort to alleviate gun violence in the city of Compton. And like one thing we all agree upon is if Compton can do it, anybody can. And to see YG, I saw Ayatollah out there, Ayatollah Marv, Game, who else?
Skip Townsend.
Yep, Skip Townsend. Skip, he's one of the main players in the movement. And that was one I was aware of it. I had something else to do that day, but I also set it out on purpose because I felt that was something that was something for active, real gangbangers. I wasn't trying to exploit that one or trying to take advantage of it for the paper, but I would like to cover it. I definitely want to cover it and let it be known that there is an effort being made, and I'm proud of these brothers to even give it a try. And I think one of the things that when you listen to them talk, they understand the pain that they have caused families, each other, and to keep perpetrating the pain ain't gonna make the pain go away. That's the part people have to understand. To keep on getting revenge and sending cats to jail and burying people and shooting up people's houses, it's been going on for 50 years, man. This stuff is older than hip hop, Doc. This stuff is older than hip hop. And to keep it going, it makes no sense because nobody's winning. Nobody's winning. And to see it be such a rival between our own people, and these brothers are finally starting to understand, the triple OGs, guys of my age and older, are starting to understand that what they put a lot of value in, like my boy from Lionel Richie says, really has no value at all. Okay, it's only valuable in the hood. That's like a cryptocurrency. You only can sell to other people. You can't spend it nowhere. It only has power and value in a certain circle. Meanwhile, everybody else is hunting you down. The police hunting you. You got red team hunting red team, blue team hunting blue team, SAs hunting both sides. Come on, man. Police watching everybody. At one point in time, what do you want to just live like a regular human being and not have to look over your shoulder all the time? Come on, man. I know guys that have made money in different industries, truck driving and open businesses, and moved out of the city to a different part, Lancaster, Riverside, wherever the case may be. And they say, man, it's just so much different just being able to walk down the street. Police ain't looking for you. Ain't nobody else looking for you. You might run into a Karen or two, but that's a piece of cake compared to somebody chasing you down the street with an AK-47 or whatever the case may be, or police constantly harassing you or jacking you up. So once brothers have tasted the civil freedom, it's real hard to go back to that thing again, man.
Yeah. And as expected, not one major news source or channel covered this. CBS, ABC, CNN, Fox, NBC, none of them covered this, but I guarantee if something unfortunate happened at that peace march.
They probably got cameras hiding behind trees waiting for something to jump off. And like I said before, I'm waiting to hear back right now. I didn't take my cameras out there because, again, I want to make sure that, they're serious. I don't want them to feel like somebody's watching them. And I want them to do it. I want it to be organic, man. I want to see the organic transformation of these brothers. And I keep saying this forever, man. I'm going to keep on preaching this. I said the other day, I don't care what hood you're from. I don't care, okay? If your hood would take as much pride, if your hood would take as much pride as having brothers walk across state colleges as opposed to being in state penitentiaries, keep your hood and show your pride for your hood, but just change the narrative of the violence. That's all. All we asking is keep your colors, man, and but redirect your energy towards something that's going to benefit you and your community. You know, I know, you know, your hood, man, they got so many programs for brothers that want to do right in colleges, junior colleges, high school, county. Everybody got a program. I was one of the brothers that spoke the other day. He did 20 some odd years, got out and found out he had he qualified for a program to get a CDLs. Now he's driving trucks. That's one of those jobs you can get with a felony. You can drive a truck. I know a bunch of my partners got felonies, and they driving trucks, and they loving it because they get to get out of the city, and two, they making a shitload of money. Okay, and they ain't got to look over their shoulders. Then when they pull up, they ain't worried about nothing, man. All they worried about is getting this load off, getting the next one in. So to see it, to experience it, and to witness it firsthand, if we can convince the younger brothers, don't wait till you get 5, 10, 15, 20 years to come home and decide you want to go straight, man, bypass the bullshit and go straight to trucking, go straight back to school, go straight to something that's going to give you a decent life and take care of your folks. That's all.
Yeah. Legit money. There's nothing like legit money, Lonzo. You know, a hustler once said, it's hard as hell to make $10,000 on the streets. Just $10,000. It's hard to make $10,000. You can get a regular job and make that in 2 to 3 months if you just have patience.
Mm-hmm. I had a meeting yesterday with Compton Unified School District, man. I was really happy to see some of the things they're doing in the school district. The superintendent, we were sitting there talking. He played me a video, and it was really, I told him, I said, man, that's in direct line with the lyrical revolution. What we try to teach is using music as a tool as opposed to a weapon. Okay, stop weaponizing lyrics. Use them as a tool to educate folks. One of the things I've been preaching forever, and I don't know why nobody ever caught on this, is, man, dude, when I was in junior high school, listening to songs like "In Function Junction" and that shit on Saturday morning, man, that got me through more testing a little bit, Doc. Especially them civic tests. Man, come on, dude. That got me through a gang of tests on a Friday afternoon. Man, shit, just by singing them songs, Doc. And that's something that we've always done. Okay, people call it. Some people may think it's dumbing down education. I don't care how you learn, as long as you learn. That's the
Schoolhouse Rock. That was my shit.
Cool, come on, Schoolhouse Rock, Doc. Yes, sir. Everybody,
yeah, he was flowing too. Sometime the little Constitution dude who was walking down.
Yeah, the little Bill.
The steps.
Bill, I'm only a Bill stuck on Capitol Hill. Come on, man. Come on, dude. But they don't teach civics no more. You know that? Civics ain't taught in school no more. They don't teach economics. And I would think anybody that wants to be a real rapper, talking about some reality raps, rap about some economics, some credit, some shit that people that's affecting your everyday life. Talking about some reality raps, everybody got credit issues. Unless you got a pile of money and no debt, you got credit issues. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with it? So all I'm saying is, Doc, I just think that people need to just to use the power of words as tools and not weapons. And if gangbangers want to keep their identity from their hoods, man, how many cats you got going to Compton College? Now, forget how many cats you got locked up in the county. How many you got going to Dominguez? How many you got going to Compton College? How many of y'all carrying 3.5s or better in high school? What you really doing? How you setting yourself up? How you gonna help your hood in jail? How you gonna help your family in jail? You don't do nothing. And when you get out of jail and you move back to the hood, everybody gone. Everybody, those who didn't get caught up, then got on anyway. That's the part. I had a buddy of mine. He was so pissed off at his partner. My boy bought his mom's house. His partner did 15 years, came back, everybody gone except for my boy. Man, let's hook up and dude, I'm not doing that no more. I'm 37 years old, whatever the case may be. I'm not drinking 40. I got to be up to work in the morning, man. I got a family. And homeboy got pissed because he wouldn't hang out no more. He wouldn't hang out. So when you see these type of, now this cat, that's all he got. He gave his life for that, and now he come back. Ain't no pension, ain't no health care, ain't no homies even go back to. Everybody done moved on. What can you say?
Damn, Lonzo, spitting game already. Pay attention, everybody. That grown ass man enlightenment. Going back to something that you said, it piqued something that I wanted to bring up as well. I know people in my own personal life, Lonzo, that celebrate families. They'll celebrate the release of somebody getting out of prison before they celebrate someone graduating college. Literally know somebody in my personal life, not going to put them on blast. One of the very few in my family to graduate college, nothing. Oh, congratulations, little cake. Trey gets out of prison. Big old party, man. Invite everybody.
Dude, I have seen that so much. It's ridiculous. Blows me away. I've seen big ass parties for dead people. Ain't nobody think it's been dead how long? 10, 15 years. Y'all still celebrate them, but just an excuse to have a party though. But you're right, man. I've seen bigger celebrations for cats going to jail or coming home than cats going to school or coming home or graduating college. I've seen that on running the club. You see all kind of stuff, dude. You see all kind of stuff.
Yeah. We're getting some real nice comments. Keep them coming. Someone said something nice. I can't express how much. Platanio Todd. He is from the Smoke. Repost your podcast again, buddy. But he says, I can't express how much I love this platform. And you put a great legend on board like Lonzo with knowledge and gems to uplift the community. This is all Lonzo's story. And I'm just glad that I'm a part of it. And I'm glad that I get to, sit here and soak in the game because Lonzo, I soak in game. I consider you a mentor. Not just a friend, not just a business partner, but I consider you a mentor, dude. And every once in a while, you'll drop some shit. I'll be like, damn, I'll just put it in my head and we get back to that later. You know what I mean? So just keep dropping those gems, man, because you're affecting the world, dog.
I appreciate that, man. It took almost 35 years of shooting and killing folks to realize it wasn't worth crashing and burning. I've been doing. I'm the same guy I was 35, 40 years ago. I ain't never changed my position. I never changed my position because I understood the value. I understood the power. I understood the detriment of gangbanging and just the whole mindset, how dangerous it is, especially when you are not of that. I mean, when you tell somebody, man, you got to be prepared to die or kill over the smallest shit. And if you don't, you're a buster. Somebody step on your shoe or call you a bitch. You got to be prepared to kill him on the streets and go to jail and put your family through all type of financial, emotional, psychological problems because somebody called you a bitch. I used to tell cats at the club. Man, I've been at the club, folks get drunk. Oh man, I became all kind of bald head, some bitches, all this, blah, whoop, whoop, whoop. And I explained to a dude one time, I said, you know something? What I realized is what we're about to fight over ain't worth me telling my lawyer or my doctor getting either one of these professionals involved in my life over the situation that we're talking about. Because both of them are very expensive. Your doctor and your lawyer are very expensive professionals to either patch your ass up or try and get you out of jail. If you understand the value of what they are saying compared to the value of what's it going to cost to get your ass out of this situation, whether we put a stitch on your ass or get you out of a case, just go to court, man. Lawyers won't even talk to you for less than 10 grand. When you get caught up, I need 10,000, 15,000, depending on the case. Mess around and shoot somebody 25,000 cash, and we ain't guaranteed we might just cut a deal. 25,000 before we get you out of jail and go down and talk to you. And you tell him, man, what happened? Well, man, he called me a bitch. And are you a bitch? No, I'm not. But I just couldn't. He embarrassed me. You know what? I got embarrassed so many times at the club in the eyes of so many people. But in a few people realize, man, you a smart motherfucker. What you mean? You know what you got to lose dealing with this fool right here. Yeah. And that's the part cats don't get. I'm going to tell this story again because I told it before. Probably told it 2 or 3 times. I'm going to tell it for those who just came on today. I'll never forget. I was about 26, 27. I'm downstairs at Eve After Dark. Jeff D, who was the owner of the building, had an office right upstairs. And a lot of times in the summertime, he kept his door because it was hot up there. Well, I'm downstairs right by his office steps, cussing this cat out, about ready to put hands on him. Don't let this bald ass head and Jerry curl and turn off the lights fool you. I did my dirt like everybody else. I'm finna put hands on this fool. Jeffy called me upstairs like a big ass kid. Lonzo, get up here. And if anybody knew Jeffy was 6'4", about 225, looked like Marvin Gaye, but probably could had big ass hands. Okay, probably would have kicked somebody's ass. Probably would have kicked mine. I wasn't that big at that time. Get up here. I walked upstairs. What's up, boss? What's going on? Man, I'm finna kick this cat's ass, man. I'm tired of this dude. He said, sit down. And I set my ass down. He said, what's the problem? I said, man, I'm finna kick this dude. I'm tired of him, man. He said, before you start kicking his ass, let me ask you a couple of questions. Yeah, what's happening, man? Does this guy have a club full of people? Just gave him $5 a head for them to come up there and party with him? I said, nah. This guy got a brand new car in the parking lot, paid for? I said, no. This guy got a house, a nice house, paid for? No. He says, what does this guy have? I said, he ain't got nothing. So you telling me you about to risk all that for a nigga that ain't got nothing? You got to be a fool. Man, bells went off on my ass. Bells got to ringing and ding, 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 ding. I kept that in my head all my life, man. Because you got to realize every fight ain't worth fighting, dude. Every fight ain't worth fighting. Some cats want you to fight them or get into a situation so that they can put you in a situation. He can't win, but he can sue you. He can put you in a situation where he can have you arrested. Now you want to negotiate and cut deals, blah, blah, blah. And the reason why I know this for a fact is I got arrested before whooping somebody's ass. I did that. That's a bad feeling. Now you trying to kiss his ass, keep him going to the penitentiary. I'm kissing his ass, buying him beer, took him home. I whooped his ass. I whooped his ass. But my partner.
Is that the jacket story?
That's the jacket story.
Tell it again. It's been a couple years probably since you told it, since you brought it up. This is a very good story.
True story. I ain't got a lot to kick it. But it's all before Dre, before Yella. Even After Dark, ain't even a month old yet. I'm still doing gigs. I'm down here on Slauson. It's a Dollar Tree. It's a Dollar Tree right now. One of them dollar stores right now. It was a place called the Velvet Fox. I'm doing a fashion show on a Sunday night. Buddy of mine he worked down. Yeah, he was the barber downstairs. I'm gonna do this fashion show. Won't you DJ for me, man? Woo, 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 woo. So I'm doing the DJing. I'm doing the party, and halfway, time for a little break. It's a fashion show. It's time for a break. I go sit by my girl, and she crying. So what's wrong with you? Well, I had some money from the club last night from changing my purse, and I think this guy stole it. Well, I just left the bathroom, and I saw a guy in the bathroom humped over counting a bunch of change. I thought the nigga robbed a payphone or a parking meter or something. I called my boy Billy T. I said, Billy T, let's go to the bathroom. We go in the bathroom. Homeboy still counting quarters and nickels and dimes and shit. And I said, yeah, man. I said, you had a good haul today. He said, yeah, man. I just got this. As soon as he said that, I kicked him dead in his head. Bow! He popped up. Bam, bam, bam. The door opens up. His partner comes in the door. And his partner is about my size, be a little bit buff, but my partner, Billy T, is bigger than me, and he's buffer than both of us. So homeboy, he wants to jump on me for jumping on his partner. And Billy said, no, it's going to be me and you. If there's anything going down, homeboy don't want to fight. So now, I snatched this cat up and take him out. I snatched him up, took him out to the security guard, handcuffed this fool. I'm calling the police. So we called the police. I go outside to catch my breath and cool out. The nigga who I'm working for come outside behind me to tell me he ain't got my money. And I'm pissed. Meanwhile, I see a cat coming from the parking lot wearing a burgundy leather jacket, like the one I had left in my girl's car. So I ran to the car, looked in the back seat of the car where I left the jacket at, on the back seat of the car. Jacket wasn't there. So I said, come on, Billy. His name was Billy. My partner was Billy. Come on, Billy. So by this time, homeboy got down the street a little bit. He was sitting on this brick, on this little brick fence, about 3 foot high. And I caught up with him. I sat beside him. And I said, yeah, man, that's a nice coat you got. Yeah, I just got it. Yeah, out the trunk of my girl's car, I took off on him. Bam. Me and Billy grabbed this nigga by his coat, by his shoulders, took him behind his little hamburger stand. Right there, the hamburger stand still there off of Slauson. We gave him a good old mafia, owe me money whooping, ain't paid my debt whooping. Billy holding the nigga and I'm punching on him, right? Bam, bam, bam. Whooping his ass. Somebody told the police we was back in the hamburger stand whooping this guy's ass. The police pull up. It's a true story, I swear to God. Police pull up, they draw down on everybody. Billy lets the guy go. I turn around to say something. Billy evaporated. I don't know where he is. I don't know where he went to this day. He just evaporated, left me. There was nobody there but me and homeboy. And homeboy started to swell up. Police said, what's going on? I said, man, this guy stole my jacket out of my car. I'm tired. I'm pressing charges. I got an attitude. Guy said, it's my coat. I ain't stealing it. It's my coat. Cop asked me, said, well, what's the name of the coat? I said, man, this embassy or something like that. It was ambassador. I said, what size is the coat? I said, 38. That's how far back this was. I wore 38. He said, looked at the coat. It was a size 38. The cop took the coat off the guy, gave it to me. True story. I swear to God. I ain't got a lot to kick it. Cop took the coat off the guy, gave it to me. The guy said, that's my coat. That's my coat. Look in the pocket. I got a receipt. I got a receipt. Cop reached in the pocket of the coat, inside coat, pocket, pulled out a receipt. Guy bought the coat yesterday, the day before that. And same fucking store I bought mine from. I was like, this motherfucker got a fake ass receipt. Fuck you. I'm tired of this shit. So I'm mad again. So now we both getting handcuffed. Go back to the Velvet Fox. They bring me and my boy and homeboy back into the restaurant handcuffed. They got sergeants. They got 4 or 5 cars out there. Homeboy, I had whooped his ass. He handcuffed. I'm handcuffed. My girl said, baby, why you handcuffed? I said, this nigga stole my coat out the back of the car. Out the trunk? What? She done took my coat and put it in the trunk. I didn't know. But it was the same. I swear to God. It was the same fucking coat that I thought I had. I done beat this nigga's ass over his own coat. I bought this nigga a beer. I bought him a beer, took him home, apologized for this nigga lumpy as fuck, okay? This nigga lumpy as fuck. I fucked around there and got my first case. First time I ever got a case. They sent something in my house. I had to go to court. Someone to go to court for assault and battery. He left me that day. That happened on the Sunday night. I got the ticket like Tuesday morning. I mean, the summer's like Tuesday morning. Now, the only thing crazier than this right here is the actual court trial, okay? Because I'm about to tell you now, I swear, Disney, Spike Lee, Quentin Tarantino can't make this shit up. That's why I say it's a true fucking story, and it's honest to God truth. I know it's gonna sound like a lie. Y'all gonna say I'm lying. Y'all gonna say I'm lying, but it's honest to God truth. Come time to go to court. I've been going back and forth to the DA's office. They gave me a deal. They said, all right, we're gonna give you a $500 fine, suspended sentence. No, they're gonna give me a $500 fine and put me on semi-probation. Okay, cool, no problem. I did the shit. I take that. Day before we go back to court, they changed the DA on me. So the DA said, "Oh, we're taking this to the maximum. We're tired of people like you. We're not going to tolerate people like you in the city of Inglewood. We're asking for the maximum, a year in jail, $500,000 fine, and formal probation. Like what? Now my dumb ass, 22 years old, ain't got no attorney, don't know shit about the law. I walked my ass over there, and the judge looked at it. He says, "Mr. Williams, you sure you want to take this? I ain't got no record. I ain't got no record of nothing." I said, I looked at the DA. The DA gave me the nod. Your Honor, I guess I do. Your Honor said, the judge said, okay, a year formal probation, a year suspended sentence, $1,000 fine. I walked out there feeling like, damn, I felt a little funny in the back. And then I get raped in the court. God damn. So this true story. This is where the shit get crazy at. I get in my car, me and Billy T. He was with me. My boy Billy T, the same one that was in the bathroom with me. I had two Billies that night, Billy T and other Billy the barber. Billy T was my backup in the bathroom. Billy T was the one to help me whoop the guy's ass out there in the parking lot. Billy T is an ex-felon. Been to jail. I met him fresh out of jail. Just got out of the halfway house. We hanging. He's a DJ. Want to be a DJ. We get in the elevator. We leave, get in the car. I had my 240ZX. Billy T is a big motherfucker. So he's in my 240ZX. He over there damn near with me, okay? So we come down, get in the car. He's all the time, man, that's fucked up. They can't do you like that. They can't do you like that. He said, it's fucked up. I said, man, what you been doing? The judge slapped the hammer, dude. I got to do this shit. I got to go find this money and pay this. He said, can't do that. They can't do that. So we get on Queen Street, about to hit LeBray. He said, man, fuck that. We're going back to court. I said, Billy, the judge just gave that. Man, fuck that. I'm going to slap you upside your motherfucking head. We don't go back to the goddamn court. So I bust a U-turn on Queen Street, pay another $2 to go up in the courtroom, get back on the elevator. When we walked in the courtroom, Billy walked in the courtroom ahead of me like fucking a goddamn gunslinger. Pushed the doors open, told the DA, I want to see you and you right now. The bailiff unbuckled his fucking gun. The judge hit his gavel. Recess, judge bolt out. We go back in the little room in the back room, the little conference room, and Billy pleaded my case. He said, man, this guy never did shit before in his life, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. This is fucked up. This is a miscarriage of justice. Bam, 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 bam. It was an honest mistake. Yes, he's wrong, but damn it, blah, 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 blah. When he got through, I got my original case. They gave me a $250 fine, 6 months summary probation, and if I stay out of trouble for a year, it would be off my record. And that's what happened. We went back in. Judge bailiff buckled his gun back up. The judge came back in and renegotiated my whole fucking deal just like that. Stop court. He stopped court, cold-blooded. The people that were standing up there when we got back, they had to go sit down. The judge said, no, I ain't fucking with this. This is a true story. And that's what happened to me. And that's why I say, man, don't go to the court by yourself, please, especially if you're young. They're going to get you. They had me in their sights, and just so happened I had a big black dude that was on my team that was willing to have my back, dude. That's no bullshit. That's a true story.
That's a classic, man. That's a classic. Everybody in the chats is cracking up. Before we continue, please hit that like button, everybody. This is your first time joining the channel and you like what you hear, please hit that subscribe button. You are tuned in to N.W.A. Stories with Lonzo, with the godfather of West Coast hip hop, Alonzo Williams. I am Dusty Vision. We do appreciate you guys joining. Now, you were talking earlier about, I think it was old man Dootsy telling you to sit down after you were having the argument with the guy upstairs, downstairs.
Jeffy,
who told you?
Jeffy.
Yeah, it's Jeffy. So Jeffy tells you to sit your ass down, explain, look, you got this club, you got people, you got a brand new car, what are you doing? Reminded me of a scene in Straight Outta Compton when, who knows if this happened, but Easy just got beaten up. He's sitting down in front of Jerry's house. You know, he tells Jerry, hey, Jerry, I want to kill Suge Knight. And Jerry says, you're a millionaire. What are you doing? You want to go to prison for life, you know, for this guy instead of being out here enjoying your millions. It just reminded me of that story, Lonzo.
And that's the difference of having someone with some common sense on your team versus to a motherfucking penitentiary cheerleader. Man, fuck, let's go get that nigga. Well, you go get him. I'm going back to get my homies. Nah, man. A real OG, would pull your chain and hey man, sit your ass down for a minute, calm down before you go. Put that gun down. Same thing Furious did in Boys in the Hood. Or you're bad, you're a gangster now. Okay? Give me the goddamn gun, Trey. Sit your ass down. They knew Trey wasn't about that shit. Doughboy and everybody else in that damn 63 Chevy knew that wasn't his thing. But for a brief minute, he was so emotionally disturbed, he was prepared to crash and burn. Now that's gonna be the same dude in court crying his ass off when the judge hit him with that gavel for 25 to life. And that's the part. That's why triple OGs, dads, and uncles that got your back, your best interest at heart, are so fucking important. And that's what we missing in hip hop. Everybody wants to be everybody's fucking friend. You ain't everybody's friend. You can't be everybody's friend. Somebody gotta pull a nigga chain. I had people pulling my chain. That's why I'm the dude I'm right now. I had my old man, Jeffy, Mr. Doozy. They yanked my chain in a minute. Nobody's yanking chains no more. Sit your ass. Give a fuck if you are a pit bull. Sit your pit bull ass down. I don't give a damn how bad the dog is. He know who his master is. And that's what we missing. We got a bunch of puppy pit bulls running crazy, thinking they running the hood because anybody yanking their chain. Mama can't yank your chain like daddy can. Some mamas can. Don't get me wrong. Some mamas can. But most mamas can't. Most mamas want to be your friend. Your daddy will kick your ass. Jeffy told me a minute, I don't give a fuck how much money you pay me. How much money you make? I take all this shit from you. Give a fuck. He told me that shit. I spoiled up one day. But this is my shit. You just run it. Okay, boss. I got you. And that's something that we never had in hip hop, man. We allowed all the kids to run the store. Could you imagine? Come on, man. Think about this for me. Could you imagine giving your kids grocery money to go shopping? What they're gonna bring back? You think they're gonna bring back any kind of goddamn vegetables? You think they're gonna bring back anything that's gonna be good for them? They're gonna do everything. They're gonna buy every fucking thing they want that they think they want. Whether it be chocolate covered bread, honey buns, yams, whoop whoops, sugar, they're gonna have diabetes by the time they're 10. If you gave your kids the keys to the shopping list and a pile of money, they're gonna come back with everything they don't need. The same thing happened with hip hop. Hip hop, because it was never controlled by anybody, had any influence of anybody it was so new that nobody knew how to control it or how to guide it, I should say. I'm not gonna say control, I'm gonna say guide it. So it just got out of hand. The people who was making the most money didn't give a fuck because it wasn't affecting their neighborhoods. They live way that way, okay? They don't care that what happens down here. They heard about it on the news. Oh shit! Same thing happened in Tennessee, Atlanta, Texas. They don't give a damn. The people who make the most money live in some exclusive neighborhoods. Meanwhile, we living in hell, watching folks die and going to funerals, and they're making records about people dying, smoking their ashes and doing all kind of shit and keeping the cycle going. Meanwhile, they got the money that they made off your record invested in the prison industrial complex tax stocks. So they're making money hand and fist over our stupidity, and motherfuckers don't get it. But again, ain't nobody in the community, because back in the day, shit, I remember my neighborhood was every household had a mother, a mama, and a daddy. The daddy might be drunk, but that motherfucker was home. He might have been drunk, but he was home. And if his ass got pissed off, he's sober enough to kick some ass and damn it, put everything back in perspective. We ain't had that in a long time. Mamas are different. Daddies are different these days if they're home.
You know, Lonzo, we're about 20 years apart. And it's so crazy, and we talked about this before, but might as well dive into it again. In my generation, you're lucky if there was even a father on the block. I mean, every home was a single mother, including mine. It just amazes me that in 20 years, it goes from what you grew up to what I grew up with.
Yep. And we would watch the men in the block get together and do shit at each other's house. My daddy was a gardener. His partner was a concrete man. His other partner was a mechanic. His other partner was construction. His other guy drove tractors. So everybody would exchange, or I'm going to help you do so and so. I mean, I watched him do this as a kid, man. I'm going to help you do your lawn. You help me build this, put my patio on, put my patio up, blah, blah, blah. And they would get together over, they drank hard shit in my neighborhood. Old, wasn't no beer, it was Old Taylor. That was a drink of choice. Old Taylor, some Mississippi Rot Gut shit. I ain't seen it on the store in God knows how long. Mississippi Rot Gut, and they get a shot dog, and they get to lying and slinging hammers and slinging dirt, and that's what they did, man. That's how our community got built up. You know, Jeffy was he was a contractor, so he would have everybody would work with him from time to time, you know, moving shit or building stuff. He would give, you know, everybody worked together. Everybody worked together. If nothing else, it would come to you for a consultation, and for that consultation, they sit there in the backyard and knock down the short dog. That was a social drink of choice. But it showed me something as a kid. I saw men work together. You know, it wasn't. I went back to the hood. Wasn't no men there no more. Wasn't no men there.
That's crazy. Yeah. No, to kind of keep it along the lines of what we were talking about earlier, a picture went viral this past week of a man who says he keeps a photo of a jail cell on his phone as a reminder. His caption was, "I keep this picture on my phone to remind me where I'm gonna be sleeping at if I let my anger get the best of me." When you hear that, what do you think, Lance?
It's a very smart man. It's a very smart man. You know, people have different ways, different things they use for motivation. Some people have what they call dream boards. Okay. They had the car and the house and the woman and the kids and the trips, all that on the dream board. Some people got the nightmare board. I ain't fucking with that. I call that a nightmare board. Okay. If I let my emotion, that's basically what happens, man. It don't take but 3 seconds to get your ass in trouble for life. 3 seconds or less. The time to take a bullet to leave the chamber of a gun, hit somebody in the head, heart, or some other vital part, and you're out. You're out. I don't understand how people actually think they can actually commit crimes and get away with it. I don't understand that. You're only bullshitting yourself. But people, again, because music has been weaponized against us, we're under the illusion that we can pull, I don't know, whatever TV show it is, and shoot up a whole neighborhood. Nobody ever go to jail. That's why I stopped watching Sons of Anarchy. The motherfuckers shoot up 100 rounds of bullets, shoot up a whole town, and the sheriff go sit in the car. This is just shy of Mayberry. The bikers ran every day. Come on, man. They finally went to jail, and all of a sudden they had some miracle guy come get them all out. They get messed with that bullshit. Okay? So, but again, it gives you the illusion, and understand this, and this happened to me. In the 80s, I never left home without a gun. I never left home without a gun. I didn't need one, but I tell you what, my cousin in Oakland carried one all the time. He was a jeweler. He carried a gun all the time. He wore a bunch of jewelry. He carried a gun in his backpack all the time, in his little pouch. That's when everybody had the fanny packs. He carried a 9mm in his fanny pack, and then we take it out of the fanny pack and lock it in the glove compartment of his BMW. I thought that was the coolest shit in the world. So I got back to LA. I started carrying my gun. It don't work the same way down here. It don't work the same way down here. Man, them cops told my goddamn glove compartment so fast, put the bullets in the gun, took my black ass. They took my black ass to jail so fast, it was a damn shame. Okay? I mean, when I was at Eve, I carried a gun all the time. But then I started carrying guns non-Eve after dark. Okay? When I was around the Eve, I always had probably at least two guns on me. I always had one, maybe two. That's no bullshit. But when I started carrying them around the neighborhood, or when I was picking up my girl, I thought you thought you needed one, but I really didn't. But it just felt good to have one. You understand what I'm saying? It's a dumbass feeling. But meanwhile, because the police was on my ass so much, I might as well had reservations at jail. And I lost about 3 or 4 guns to the police department. I stopped doing that shit, man. You know, the judge told me last time I went to court, Mr. Williams, if we catch you with a water pistol, you got 2 years to think about it. No problem.
When did the laws, to the best of your knowledge, change to where when you were coming up, you know, you could get caught with the gun and it was a slap on the wrist few times until they laid the hammer down. And then to where now it's like a mandatory, I don't know, whatever. And then the bullet is another year and this and that. When do you remember that coming in?
Only thing I ever saved me, even back then, it was always my gun. It was always my gun. Okay. That's the one thing that most cats, even now, cats, one of my folks got caught up. And the reason why he didn't do as much time as he could have, it was his gun. And that is a saving grace.
Even on your person, though? What does that mean? Because I know I could carry my gun in my trunk and all that, but you were carrying it on your person.
If they catch you with your gun one time, you might get a penalty. You might get a fine. 2 times, you finna get a case. It changed in the 90s. It changed in the late 80s, actually. Because folks was, you know, the 80s was like Wild Wild West, dude. Come on. And folks were shooting at the police, shooting at each other from car to car. And I think it was around, don't hold it to me though, I think it was around the late 80s when they started having stiffer gun penalties. But now, if you're a felon, you wrap it up, call it kiss it goodbye. I ain't got no felonies. If you're a felon, or if you even caught with it a couple of times on a misdemeanor, it changes. It's a misdemeanor to get caught with a, to my knowledge, as of right now, it's still a misdemeanor to get caught with your gun in your pocket or your car. It's still a misdemeanor. Okay. But if you have a previous case, you can find yourself with a headache. Okay. You can find my grandson was talking about he's going to be a security guard and he wanted to get his carry permit. I say, Negro, don't let that carry permit get you caught up, because a security guard with a gun is the most useless motherfucker in the world. A security guard with a gun is the most useless motherfucker in the world. You are just a citizen with a gun that can carry it on other people's property other than your own. Your circumstances, when you can use it in a defensive manner, is just like a citizen. You ain't got no privileges. None. You can't carry it concealed. You can't carry it in your car. You're a citizen with a gun that allows you to carry it outside on your hip or under your arm, maybe, I'm not sure, while you're on duty. When you're transporting it, you got to transport it the same way that a citizen does his regular gun. Put the gun in the glove compartment, and the gun in the one compartment, and the gun got to be locked up, and the bullets got to be separate from the gun.
Okay.
That's California. I don't know about no place else.
Yeah. Yeah. Texas, you could just walk around, wave it in the air. Apparently.
Yeah, Texas, Florida, whole bunch of states. New Mexico, Arizona, California. That shit changes. Don't cross that state line. That shit on your hip, you finna get a headache.
Let's talk about something that we talk about every year around this time. Every year around this time. Last week was the anniversary of the 1965 Watts riots. I know you have a couple of funny stories about the Watts riots, but, even before we jump into that, talk to us about, what you remember about the bubbling up of the Watts riots when you were a kid.
The bubbling up?
The beginning, like what happened to make it, pop off?
Cops was manhandling somebody's auntie or grandmother on 118th and Avalon, not far from the club. And brothers wasn't going for it. And they just took off on the police. And the police, you can't outrun Motorola. They hit that Motorola. More cops showed up. And next thing they know, it was on and popping. And it blew up fast. It blew up super fast. And I might have been, 65?
Yeah, I think you were 7, right?
I might have been 7 to 8. I just turned 8. I'd have been 8. I was born in 57, so 65. I wasn't 10. I might have been about 8 years old, and it was just crazy, man. It was smoke everywhere. Smoke everywhere. People walking down the streets with big TVs. We ain't talking about no flat screens, motherfucker. We're not talking about flat screens, okay? We talking about the big ass tubes, okay? Not component sets. I'm talking about the stereo, the hi-fi your grandmama had, because your mama was in component sets. Your grandmama was in the hi-fi. That something was about 6 feet long. It had a speaker, it had a record player with a slot for your albums on the side, another slot for your 45, speakers on the side. It had a little hood popped up. Oh yeah, they was hauling them down the street with baskets. Okay, it took two or three cats to get it home, but they was using that baskets as dollies coming down the hill, because I live right down the street from a grocery store. And them big ass tube TVs. Oh man, come on, dude. You know everybody got caught. How people got caught though?
Oh.
The boxes. Just like they got caught in the riot. People had boxes outside. Folks would buy something, open them up, put the box out for the trash man. Didn't think about it. So happy to get it. And you see people come out with clothes, and the National Guard was everywhere. Even you couldn't even go out. You had to have not a pass, but you had to show justification to be out past a certain time. It had a curfew. Had a curfew on the streets, and cops would have the streets blocked off. You had to be going someplace, man. You just couldn't be out in the streets, dude. It was horrible, man. It was horrible. And
did you understand what was going on at the time? Like, did it register in your brain as an 8-year-old kid that these cops beat this guy up and that's why they're burning the city down?
No, not at all. It wasn't until later on that somebody explained it to me, and I started seeing videos and how cops it was billy clubs and nightsticks, same thing as billy club, dogs, everything, man. It was just really fucked up. And but what I never understood is why we burn our own shit. I never understood that part. Why we burn our shit? I mean, even in 92, I remember in 92, man, folks was burning shit. I mean, you niggas don't plan on eating no time soon. And I tell you something else. Now, I live on the border between Gardena and Compton and LA. They rioted on 120th Vermont, and the police was blocked off, had Redondo Beach blocked off. Don't bring this shit over here. They had Paramount blocked off. You can't come over here. I'm hungry, my ass. I tell you a crazy story what happened to me. I had a van, an Astro van back then, and the gas gauge didn't work. I had to go across town for something. This is right. It weren't rioting, but it was done rioting for a while, maybe a week or two after the riots. Ran out of gas on La Cienega, and back then it wasn't Obama yet. It was still MLK. And there was an Arco on the corner. There was a Target, Target on the corner. Had an Arco right there. I'm walking my happy ass down the street with a gas can. I go to buy some gas. He won't sell me no gas. No, you burn me down. No, you burn me down. Man, I'm trying to get home. I ain't thinking about your ass. No gas. You burn down. No, motherfucker, I'm not trying to burn you down. I had to pay a brother $1 to pump my gas when he was getting his gas for his car so I can get home. No bullshit.
Wow. Yeah, you told that story before. That's crazy, man.
Bullshit.
Yeah, see, that was my era, 92, and one thing I didn't understand also was why are we burning our own shit? Let's go to Simi Valley. And this is just my 12-year-old brain working at that time. So you were thinking the same thing during the Watts riots.
Yeah. Why? Because we live right by a department store and a grocery store, and it was called Fantastic Fair. One side was a grocery store, one side was a department store, and they had little shops inside the grocery store, insurance a guy, cleaners, record store, all kind of little stuff that you can, other little services you can get. And they looted all that shit, man. And people come down the street with people's clothes. Broke into the cleaning store, all people's clothes. It was clothes. Nah, you go steal some cleaning clothes. They didn't even know what size you. It was stupid, man. Why would you burn down the insurance, man? He ain't the only one got the paperwork. Little record store with little bitty small ass record store, man. Just enough room for some records, a counter, and a cash register. Come on, man. And they burnt all that shit down, dude. I mean, they looted all that stuff, and they looted the grocery store, and the store came back, but most of the people who were in the store They didn't come back no more. I remember that's when we lost Whitefront on Imperial Highway. You know, a lot of stores didn't come back. But I tell you what did change, ownership of a lot of the businesses in the community. Ownership of a lot of the businesses started to change. You started seeing more black businesses. And shortly after that, they built Martin Luther King Hospital. And you had black liquor stores, black laundromats, and because a lot of non-melanated people owned businesses at that time in the community. A lot of them left. Brothers stepped up. I guess there was some loan money, whatever the case may be. They was taking care of folks, and it was a better time. And then when crack came in, everybody that had liquor stores, everybody that had laundromats, they shot up out of here. Now you got some some non-melanated business people in the community again.
We have about 5 minutes left. We can't end the Watts riot story without telling one of my favorite stories. I like to call it the cocked wig story about your mother. Tell us that story, man, from the beginning to the end.
I'm 8 years old. Where I lived at, we lived on the corner, but a house went up on like a little hill. We had a little driveway, and we had a basketball court over the driveway, but we didn't have no gate on the driveway. And I was the only one authorized to go out to the street and get the basketball if it, you missed it or whatever the case may be, to bounce out in the street. I'm the oldest, so I had authorization. So one time the ball go out in the street, and I'm getting the ball, and I looked up, damn, it's a bullet, big ass M16 bullet. And I'm like, I'm the coolest kid in the block. I got an M16 bullet, okay? And I'm playing with this bullet, and my sister, she snitched on my ass. Mama, Eric got a bullet. My mama saw the bullet, beat my ass for having the bullet. Then, soon as the National Guard showed back up, my mom had this wig. It was the most embarrassing wig in the world. It was she wore like a baseball cap. This motherfucker be twisted and shit. She ain't looked in the mirror and did a damn thing. And she flagged these fools down. And me, my dad, and my sister sit on the side and watch my mom. My mom was like 5'2", cuss out a 6 foot tall plus country fed ass white boy. All he said was, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You got these rapping down the street with these doggone kids, dropping bullets on the street. What are y'all supposed to be doing? Probably protecting people." And boom, boom, boom. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My daddy going, "Oh shit." Usually they take shit out on the man. My mother was like that.
I was gonna say it'd be a different story if that was your pops.
Yes, her and that twisted wig. Oh, she had the twisted wig and this old funky ass sweater she would wear. She would wear this shit on purpose sometimes. If you saw my mama pull up into school with the wig and the sweater, nigga, you finna get ass whooped. You finna get broke off. You finna get broke off. Either in the car on the way or at the pad. Because that was her. I can't leave. That was her. I'm in a hurry hat. Now she had some nicer stuff. She kept this one wig on one of them foam hats, and she dropped that something on her head. Wouldn't look in the mirror or nothing. Just take out, do what she got to do. Okay. And she wore it to school, because usually school, if I it was a program or something, she'd always come in here looking nice. But if we messed around and got in trouble, it wasn't the twisted wig, and you got about 45 seconds to plead your case before she got the wizard on your ass. It is what it is.
Damn, dude. That's one of my favorite stories right there, man. We only have a couple more minutes, Lonzo. Let's remind everybody before they bounce out to hit that like button, please. We really appreciate it. And once again, if this is your first time joining the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Much love to the chat. Vistalite, Blatarnio, Todd. Man, we got, of course, Marlon Cozy. Shout out to Eric Wright. Shout out to Rashard Cobb, Brandon Stowe, all you guys, man. We really, really appreciate you guys tuning in every week. But what's coming up next? Lonzo, anything coming up before we head out?
We're trying to finish the Easy Street documentary so we can screen it for his birthday on the channel, on our Compton Entertainment channel. That's the next thing on our to-do list. The video is finished. We just got to add a few things, some credits and some music, and we can drop the documentary for Easy Street on Compton Entertainment channel, folks. It's about to go down. Took us long enough, but yeah.
Nice.
All right, folks.
That's dope. Yeah, man. All right, hit him with that outro, man.
All right, folks. You know how we do it. For those who never heard of me, I'm the first one to put Dr. Dre in the surgery, stuck Ice Cube in the freezer until he got cold on the eve after dark, 50-yard line at the Super Bowl. In the movie Straight Outta Compton, they played me like a hater of rap. Don't believe that Hollywood bullshit, because it was all cap. My history goes deeper than you will ever know. Just remember that N.W.A. stands for Not Without Lonzo. Peace, y'all. We out of here.